People, welcome back again to another video. If you are new in this channel, this is Queen Sharon Entertainment and home of freedom fighters. If you haven't joined our family yet, join us by hitting the red button down below there on the bell notification icon, so whenever we have a new video in this same channel, you will get notified. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I love you all. So my people, I have a video here that I want you all to watch, and I myself will be watching with you in this particular video. Feel free to let me know what you think about the video after watching. Like and share this video, and I will see you guys again in my next.
Attacked the Nigerian state in his quest for the restoration of the Republic of Biafra in the southeast. Despite this, some leaders from the region are confident that they can keep him in check once he's released to them. To tell us what has changed between 2017, when Kanu jumped bail and fled the country, and why he should be given a third chance, we are now being joined from Aguata local government area of Anambra State by Dr. Chukwuemeka Ezeife, a former governor of the state. Dr. Ezeife was a member of the delegation that met with Buhari last week to plead for Kanu's release. Welcome to the show, Dr. Ezeife, and good morning.
Good morning. Thank you.
Thank you very much for joining us. Well, Dr. Ezeife, the story out there is that high-profile visit of Igbo greats to President Muhammadu Buhari, and a major outcome that is in the papers is that your delegation appealed to the president to consider a political solution. And he had said, reportedly,
Yes,
that he would not want to tamper with the separation of powers, but that although it's a difficult request, he will look into it. Now, what impression did you go away with? Do you think that, he will keep to the promise of looking into it, and that your expectations will be met in this regard?
thank you very much. Before going into that direct question, let me thank some dignitaries. Minister Ngige was the person who negotiated the appointment. Mbazuka Mechi not only led us, he applied to the president to allow the meeting. So yes, we talked to people who are familiar with the president after the meeting, and they told us that from the body language of the president, he took us very seriously, and we should take his promise to look into it very seriously also. We were quite happy. I must say, I took the opportunity to thank the president for the success of Anambra election, because I know what happened behind the scene some of the time. So I thanked him for that, for the integrity, the transparency of it, which was actually due to his conversation with the chairman of INEC. Thank you.
Yes, but what of the question about your expectations?
Yes. Well, that's why we asked the people, the ministers who work with the president and who were in the meeting we had with the president and who looked at the president's body language. We asked them, what should we go home with? And they said we should be hopeful. And I think, myself, I think I'm hopeful. Yes, because our leader, Mbaziki Amechi, made a very powerful presentation. Some of us, I don't know how fair God is, but Mbaziki Amechi is 10 years older than myself, but he remembers things sometimes more than I do. I don't know, some people are very much gifted in various ways. So anyway, thank you for the question. We are hopeful. And myself, I have some ideas to push on, and I told the president I would do so. The ideas have to do with the fact that it is not just Nnamdi. We have Igbo, we have the Middle Belt, we have Ijo, we have South, we have Odua people, Yoruba. One way or the other, it may be necessary to put all these together, because all of them are complaining about not being comfortable with the Nigerian situation. And I think it's better to deal with them in a comprehensive way. I don't know. I mentioned it to the president, and he said, okay, go ahead and submit your proposal.
Right. We were led to believe from press reports that what your group, that people are calling the Igbo Greats, the leadership in the Southeast, demanded from the president was an unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu. Can you confirm that? And what do you think the federal government will do in response to that? An unconditional release is quite a lot to ask for.
Well, release is release. Mazuki spoke for us. He made guarantees, he made assurances about our ability to control the situation after his release. But we don't know how the president saw that, but the way he treated us, I must say, we were very happy. He was so punctual. He didn't keep us waiting for 1 minute. In fact, we kept him waiting. And the way he spoke to us, for me, that was the first time seeing him in a long time. I saw him first in his own house in Kaduna. But this time, I was looking at him, and he sounded very genuine.
Okay, so with all these meetings happening, is it safe to say that peace is coming back? And secondly, the other Nnamdi
No,
Kanu,
I didn't hear you.
I said, is it safe to say that peace is coming back based on the crisis we've had in a while? And all of this, have you guys to be talking to IPOB? Because take, for instance, we still have the case of sit at home, that the IPOB has said there's no sit at home any longer. But some groups, some people say some splinter groups here and there are still trying to enforce the sit at home with violence. So is it safe to say everything is normalizing back in the Southeast and peace is returning to the Southeast like it should be?
We are praying for peace to return, and we believe it is returning. Our God answers prayers, even prayers for sinners like me. Do you know that the outcome, not who won or who doesn't, the success of the Anambra election is proof that our God answers prayers. We call for prayers from various people, even the Sokoto bishop. I called him, and in fact he came both to Enugu and to Anambra and prayed a lot for us. And we have some people we are owing, because we promised people something after they pray, and we succeed. So I think God answers prayers. Peace will return to Anambra. And I find some of the boys in IPOB, the big ones, very reasonable. It was a difficult thing, but it was eventually, they called off sit at home. But some people are making money from this kind of situation. Those who are not at the core of this thing, and they are exploiting the fears of the people. I sent my PA to go and get petrol in case there's no light, so that we can put on the generator for you. Do you know, he came back and said the petrol stations are not open. Because of today is Monday, they are still talking about sit at home. I must confess that when the first sit at home was announced, I challenged it, and the head of IPOB gave instruction that it should be done away with. But you have seen now, you've seen it has continued. Some people are gaining from it, but we pray God to get to the hearts of those who are gaining from it and let them. We are aggressive business people in Japan, in Russia, everywhere in the world. And you say, come to Anambra and sit at home. Come to the East and sit at home. Sit at home and do what? How do you feed your children? It is not in our interest to kill ourselves because some people are attacking us. That is why we have been begging for some of the people to understand. Most of the people, the leadership of IPOB understands and is not interested in sit at home. But some other people, I don't know what they are, imposing difficulties on our people.
Well, Dr. Ezeife, now, Chief Mbazuluke Amechi assured the president that if Nnamdi Kanu is released, that he will guarantee that there will be no form of agitation again from IPOB. Can he really guarantee that? Because skeptics will say, well, this was how Nnamdi Kanu was granted bail in the past, and he jumped bail. They may even go further and say, well, Chief Amechi himself in the past has had cause to ask members of the ESN to defend themselves if they are attacked by anybody. And you know, Chief Amechi himself has a background as a trade unionist, popularly known as the boy is good. Why should, the president not be cautious? In other words, what is the guarantee that the release of Nnamdi Kanu will automatically bring peace? The similar efforts made with regard to Sunday Igboho, although he's in Benin Republic, or with some other, self-determination activists across the country. What is the guarantee that that will bring peace, trust, healing, reconciliation?
That's a way I think it can be done, and it brings peace. But I don't think, I was there, Mbazuluke did not guarantee no agitation anymore. That is withdrawing people's freedom. So I think, yes, the president cannot jump at it. There are things the president said that made us very, very happy. He makes reference to how they brought Kanu back home without not dealing with him over there in Kenya. So I think reason is coming to Nigeria. The president may, in fact, launch a new Nigeria with how he handles these protests from across the country. 4 zones out of 6 protesting. And I'm not sure that Northeast and Northwest totally are happy with the situation. I mean, Southeast, Southwest, Middle Belt, within South-South, even alone, apart from the general South-South.
Thank you so much for watching that particular video. Feel free to let me know what you think about this video in the comment section below. Like and share this video, and I will see you again in my next one. Bye.